While waiting to see if Transformers Tactical Arena would be updated, I noticed that Red Games Co. has been busy updating their other games. Here's an update for LEGO Brawls. And here's an update for Solitaire Stories. That game is well supported, with many updates. So I figured I'd try it. The game is an Apple Arcade exclusive, but it also works on Apple TV. What was that? The Red Games Co. logo just winked at me. Well, it only has one eye. Is that winking or blinking? What was that thing? No data sharing. If you want to know how I play, watch the videos. The answer to that question is easy. I have played Solitaire before. Hasn't pretty much everyone that used a Windows computer? Ah, how nice. The game just jumps right into the action. If there is such a thing in Solitaire. Nice music. Like I'm playing the game at a bar, on a cruise ship, in a 1970s movie. I'm just kidding. I think it's nice. The game looks really good too. I'm surprised that I'm able to play Solitaire with a game controller. The Apple TV remote works too. It's just up, down, left, right, and a button to do an action. So I suppose there is lots of action in this game. It feels fast. Well, faster than a typical game of Solitaire. I can tell right away that I like this version of Solitaire better than the classic version of Windows Solitaire. It's just so nice to play on a big TV. There are many Solitaire games for Apple Arcade. Perhaps it's too many. However, if you want to use your Apple TV, Solitaire Stories is the one that stands out. I like that I can just keep smashing the button. If there's a move to make, the game will automatically move the card. That's fun. It makes the game feel more real. I also like that it jumped into the style of Solitaire that I like to play. None of this 3-card nonsense, with repeatable cards afterwards. That makes the game super easy to play, as you can just keep pressing the button, and you might get lucky. That's good. It's Solitaire. I play to relax. I think that's one of the interesting things I learned about prepping. I had seen a list of emergency supplies to keep on hand in the event of a disaster, and a deck of cards was in the list. At first I was surprised. Why would a deck of cards be there? Well, if you're stuck in one spot, with no power, with lots of waiting to do, playing a game of Solitaire or other card games could be a way to pass the time. So if that's what you're looking for, assuming you have power, this game is that. Even with just a traditional game of Solitaire, it's lots of fun. See how festive it is when the game is completed? However, there is a problem. I don't seem to be able to continue. The game appears to be stuck. Wow, that's a problem. I've been seeing a lot of technical issues on Apple TV games lately. That's disappointing because it has the potential to be an amazing game console. Anyway, a quick restart should get things moving again. The game is called Solitaire Stories, so naturally there's more to the game than just classic Solitaire. A perfect example is this Easter event. Do you remember when I said this is a game to pass the time? Of course you do, it was like 30 seconds ago. Well, this game is certainly hungry for it. Just look at that, 1 of 26. That's crazy. But basically, that's the game. You play Solitaire with different looking cards, different backgrounds, and different background music. The game does get way more difficult, but I set the game to easy. I find that to be way more fun. So, if you like Solitaire, and you have an Apple TV, or another supported Apple device, and you have an active Apple Arcade subscription, you might enjoy Solitaire Stories. Hopefully this information helps you out, and hopefully Red Games Co. fixes that issue. Thanks for watching.